The Book of the City of Ladies by Christine de Pizan. I'm reading an excerpt on page 65. Amongst all the other attributes that this lady possessed, Necrosta was particularly blessed with the gift of divine interpretation and prophecy. She was thus able to predict that her adopted country would one day rise above all others to become the most magnificent and glorious realm on earth. To her mind, therefore, it would not be befitting for this country, which would outshine and conquer the rest of the world, to use an inferior and crude set of alphabetical letters, which had originated in a foreign country. Moreover, Necrosta wished to transmit her own wisdom and learning to the future generations in a suitable form. She therefore set her mind to inventing a new set of letters, which were completely different from those used in other nations. What she created was the ABC, the Latin alphabet, as well as the rules for constructing words, the distinction between vowels and consonants, and the basis of the science of grammar. So that was an excerpt from Christine de Pizan, The Book of the City of Ladies. And in this book, it's set in the Renaissance time, where fictional Christine, she puts herself in this book and is like reading this book that disses women and like talks really bad about them, portraying them as like wicked, cruel, lustful creatures that just want to manipulate men. But when Christine, like fictional Christine, questions this, these like heavenly characters that are women called reason, rectitude, and justice comes down and like says, hey, we're gonna build a city just for women. And this is like a fictional city as well. It's not exactly real because you can't really do that. But what they do through like building the city is like creating walls, towers, houses, and like setting a population where like this population is the historical women that actually made meaningful contributions to society. And through like these historical women, they bring them up, tell their stories, and then like discuss how meaningful their contributions to society were, and they use this to show that women can contribute to society and therefore should be able to vote, be treated fairly, rule perhaps even, and like just be more fair towards them. So this is a really good book. And in addition, to give some more context, during this time a lot of men really disliked women, didn't believe that women had like the power, the mindset, the smartness, or anything like that to do what men are capable of doing back then. But this book counteracts that. And so another way that author Christine does this is through like, so during this time, men were like mainly scholars, and they were well-rounded and wrote a lot of things. And so Christine read some like these historically inaccurate articles and like excerpts from that men wrote, and how they like twisted the narrative to portray men as like the better people. Like for example, they like twisted the Bible and other like very important sources. And so Christine did the same. She like twisted it to make it look like the women were better. So she's like saying, hey, if a man can do it, I can do it. And so she published this book as a response to all the man hate during the Renaissance. Thank you. That's why you should read it, because it's a cool book, it's very historically interesting, and it's like in the mind of someone you wouldn't really see up during this time, so that's why you should read it.